Our very special guest today, our friend Bryan Smith, is here, the Executive Director of Lebanon County Christian Ministries. Good morning, Bryan.
Good morning.
Always great to have you here.
Good to be here.
We don't have a new intern for you today. Last couple times you were here, it was new intern day.
New intern day. I think there was a couple different days today. Did I usually say chocolate day?
Yeah, chocolate day.
Where is it?
Yeah, I love that, right?
Right, absolutely.
Anybody you want to say hi to?
Can I do two?
No, you can do as many as you want.
My team back at LCCM, just a bunch of rock stars and just been killing it with the work that we're doing. Just real proud of them. And then I heard you say it was First Responder Day.
Yeah.
And, that was 25 years of my life as paramedic. And just shout out to all those men and women that just get up every day and do it.
Yeah, and maybe you should add a third one since you've seen Rod Redkay twice this past week.
Not everybody can be as blessed as I am.
Good morning, Rod. Thanks for listening, because we know you are. So tell us all about Lebanon County Christian Ministries.
Yeah, Lebanon County Christian Ministries, our mission is to share the love of Jesus through food, shelter, and connections to promote well-being in a healthy community. We do that through our vision statement, which is investing in people, improving lives. We like to think about that as the three pillars: food, shelter, and then this other piece, which is our Uplift and Uplift Light programs. So life change, and then programs that help folks stay in their homes and do some eviction prevention work.
I'm always so impressed about the very intentional way you use verbiage to create a whole different atmosphere around food shortages and your folks who come in. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, our Market on 7th is a charitable food pantry. We call it the Market on 7th, not the food pantry or the food bank. It's a place where moms and dads can go and tell their kiddos they're going to the market. We take great pride in that. We want to create an environment of dignity, empowerment, and we believe that people feel that when they come into this space. We back in January kind of moved spaces in our building, renovated some space. It's got refinished hardwood floors, just a real market feel and a comfortable feel. We don't use limits. We use goals. We use take up tos, just an intentional way for our volunteers to be able to engage with people and show love.
I love that. Now, with everything that's going on with the government shutdown, I was thinking of you guys the other day and thinking you have to be really having a lot more people coming out more than before, and you have to be concerned about the impact of that shutdown on your people. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so 2020, 2021, I would have told you we are hitting COVID. We won't see anything like this ever again. Well, we are, and it's just different, right? So this time what we're addressing is really three things kind of coming together as one. One is that there is the lack of SNAP benefits. So, initially started off with some work restrictions, and now it's going into, we don't expect SNAP benefits to be released in November. That's as a result of the federal shutdown. That's 18,000 individuals in Lebanon County rely on SNAP benefits. So what does that look like for us? We're serving 1,000 households, a few thousand folks every 2 weeks in our market. So we expect that we'll have some growth there. The other part of that is that since July, our state has no budget. So while we're not shut down necessarily in a state, we have no state budget. That's resulted in real dollars of $100,000 that's lacking in income to Lebanon County Christian Ministries. And we use some of that money to help our partner agencies and other food pantries in Lebanon County. So those two things kind of collide in the food world. So we saw that coming a little bit. We've been beginning to prepare for that. Then last Thursday, they announced that the LIHEAP, the heating assistance program that's run through the Department of Human Services, is delayed from November 5th opening to December 3rd. And that's a real impact for us because we start in the LIHEAP season doing crisis oil assistance based upon the LIHEAP schedule, but we refer everybody to the Department of Human Services first to apply for LIHEAP because the benefit is greater, right? We want to guide people to the biggest benefit.
Sure.
Lack of that benefit, they're going to be coming to us, and that's real cash that won't be coming back. So, it's a little bit of a concern right now.
How are you guys going to meet these needs?
Yeah, so I went to our board last Thursday, and I said it's time for us to be the church. I think this is biblical, right? This is what we're meant to be. We're not a church, but we are made up and supported by the churches, and we can represent what the church should be. So our board has approved $350,000 investment out of our crisis reserve funds for the purposes of addressing this need. $150,000 we will get back as a result of once we get a state budget. But that $200,000, that's a gap. That's going to be a gap that is not intended to be spent. It is intended to be, for crisis, but
this is a crisis.
This is a crisis.
Yeah.
So, but I think we're going to use this time now. We want to reach out to our community, say, if you've ever thought about making a contribution to us, now is the time. And it's so important that we let people know that no contribution is too small. Because if we would all just rally together with a couple dollars, we could really make big, lasting impact.
Yeah, you have an event coming up, too, that folks can contribute to and be a part of.
Yeah, we do. November 13th is our annual benefit dinner. We're real excited. Katie Martin is going to be in town, and she's going to be our guest speaker. She's our mentor. She's our data partner, and she is a visionary in the Charitable Food Network. She's going to talk about what's going on across the country, and she's going to talk a little bit about our work and some of the work that we're doing and the best practices that we've implemented.
And where's that happening?
That's going to be at Lebanon Free Church out in Jonestown. They're a great partner of ours. And, of course, it's Country Home Catering and good old South Central Pennsylvania dinner.
So if folks want to be a part of that, or if they want to make a donation or be a part, even volunteer to be a part of your ministry, can they go to the website?
Yeah,
is that the best place?
www.lccm.us or give a call to the office, 717-272-4400.
Joining us on the radio this morning, our friend Bryan Smith, the Executive Director of Lebanon County Christian Ministries. Welcome back to the studio, Bryan.
So good to be here.
We always love having you. Tell us all about Lebanon County Christian Ministries.
Yes, as we were talking earlier, our mission is to share the love of Jesus through food and shelter, and then connections promote well-being and healthy community. I always say that food and shelter makes sense to a lot of people, but that connections part at the end, that is really where, the rubber meets the road. We always talk about connections before corrections, and that's where we can really get together with our community and make some life changes.
I love what you guys do, the way you face the dignity of your clients, and you must have great stories about how God has worked through your ministry.
Yeah, I think across the board, from caseworkers coming in and just talking about how impressed they are with the market space. One that, it doesn't get a lot of publicity because it's the shelter, right? It's a place that we try to really respect people's privacy, but our shelter just continues to do great work. And most recently, we just had a family of 4 there. Dad was working hard. They just came on some tough times. We were really excited that we could be there. So they were able to stay together as a family. Dad went to work. Mom plugged away looking for apartments and making sure the kiddos were getting to school. And, they just really took the opportunity to say, how can we just better ourselves? And one of those was finding a place that was closer to his work. Mm-hmm. And, they were with us for almost 3 months and just moved out the other week into their apartment. So it's awesome. Just nothing better than a moving day to see a family and the joy on their faces, heading out the door to their apartment.
And your folks and you as a ministry are really being impacted by the government shutdown, by the PA budget not being passed. And how can our listeners pray and support what you're doing right there on the front lines?
Yeah, well, you hit the big one right there, right? So when, a little while back, folks would ask me, hey, how can we help the ministry? And we came up with the Give, Go, Pray. Give is your financial resources. We know that that's going to cost you, and it'll cost you your dollars. Go is go out and volunteer. We know that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you your time. But pray really doesn't cost you anything. When driving down the road, certainly a lot of windshield prayer is really helpful for us. But all of those have options. The prayer part, do it where you can. The Give and Go part, you can go to our website to find more information about giving and volunteering.
LCCM.us is the place to go. And they can also come out to your November 13th event and find out what you're doing and support you there.
Yeah, November 13th, Dr. Katie Martin from More Than Food Consulting is going to be speaking and talking about some best practices across the country, how we align with those, the work that we're doing. Of course, I'll be sharing a little bit about the work that's happening at the ministry, and it's a fundraising night. It's a critical part of our work. And right now with just real dollars not coming into the ministry or real dollars going out in probably what we anticipate will be record pace, we could really use our community support. And as we were talking off air, there's no better place to live than South Central Pennsylvania, where we just take care of our neighbors better than anywhere else.
We really do. We are very fortunate to live here and have the kind of volunteerism, the kind of giving, the kind of generosity that our our folks have. If folks want to come out, is there a cost? Do they need to make reservations? How's that all work?
Yeah, so on our website, you can click on the events button, go to the benefit dinner. Tickets are $40 for the dinner. Table sponsors are $500 and come with 8 tickets. And then there's other different levels of sponsorship. If you have more questions about that, just reach out to Dan or myself, and we'll get you connected and get you there.
Do you need reservations by a certain time?
Well, of course, the week before we got to put a number into the caterer. So yeah, beginning of November here, I think November 6th, we'll start pulling everything down.
And it's happening at Lebanon Evangelical Free Church.
It is out in Jonestown. Great supporter of us, just wonderful community out there.
LCCM.us. Check it out. The event coming up November 13th. Be a part of that, or you could go give. Wait, I messed it up.
Nope. Give, go, pray.
Give, go, pray. Thank you.
You got it.
Bryan, it's always great having you here.
Thanks, Bean.
Yeah, have a great rest of your day.